Hey guys, this is What If here, and welcome back to NASCAR 2003 for race 27 of 36 for the running of the something 300 at New Hampshire. I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that win today. I want to kick ass. I want to take names. I want to win. So we're gonna look at the settings going into this race. Race length 10%, assist off. Difficulty on legend cannot change if I want to. Standings going in this race. I have a big points lead and don't need to really explain anymore, honestly. So we're gonna start this. I'm looking forward to this, honestly. I'm feeling it. My TV's on. I should have turned that down. There we go. I always forget little shit like that, but hey, this is 100% unscripted for the most part. But I'm looking forward to this, Daryl, and we're gonna get this race underway. No bullshit. Let's get this going. So it looks like Dale Jarrett's going to be on the pole with Scott Wimmer, and we're going to get this race underway. 3, 2, 1. Green flag's out. We're underway for 30 laps at New Hampshire. Please, baby Jesus, let this be a pretty clean race. Nothing bad happen. And just take names. One weird thing that you kind of have to know when you're playing this track on like all the difficulties, like an assist turned off and whatnot, you really got to be gentle the entire run. You just got to be careful, save your tires, because I remember when I was little, I mean like when I was like maybe like 14 or 15 or 13, I can't remember, but, or even young, well yeah, around like 13, maybe 12, I would race at this track with like all the assist off difficulty, like the same basically as it is now. I've pretty much been driving it, like playing this game with the difficulty like this since I was probably like 12. So like I'm, for the most part, used to how this game kind of runs and everything. This is kind of one of my earlier childhood games. And the one thing I could never do for a while until like recently, this was like maybe 2 years ago, I got like good at it, but like for a long time, I was never good at conserving my tires. What if? Jeez. I always had a hard time trying to conserve them. I always would blow them all off. I guess had poor throttle control back then or something. But now I don't have that issue at all. I just learned to be a little bit careful and everything, and it's working out much better. Since I always use automatic gearing and stuff, like I normally go a little bit slow going in the corner so I don't run over the AIs or anything. And sometimes if I go into the corner a little bit too slow, it will go into third gear, and then if I hit the gas, it'll kind of like, my RPMs are like, I don't know how to word it, like too low, something, I don't know, just when you're having such low like RPMs, I think that's the right terminology, I don't know. But when it goes into third, then it kicks into fourth, the car gets a little bit sideways. It's weird to describe it unless you play it, but it does happen, and it's a little bit weird, so you just gotta be careful. And ever since I figured out how to race this track, it's for the most part been pretty easy. Just trying to run a clean race here. I really can't wait till NASCAR 2004 I get to do that. When this is over, because that is like my absolute favorite game. It's really hard to say because most of the EA ones I really don't have a problem with. I enjoy this game. I love NASCAR 2004 and Chase for the Cup. I never really cared for Total Team Control. It wasn't bad or anything, just I didn't care for it too much. I randomly loved NASCAR 07. I don't know why. A lot of people give that game flack, but I actually didn't mind it. NASCAR 08 and 09 were like a big drop-off, for sure. But it wasn't anything complete garbage like Lieutenant, so I don't know. It's been a pretty decent ride from EA for the most part. But if we're talking about like the NASCAR 08 and 09 for the 360 and PS3, oh god, they are a fucking nightmare offline wise. Oh god, sorry Terry. He is just, oh god, I'm sideways. Alright, so don't do that. Jeez. But yeah, NASCAR 08 had a really bad problem of just being, you can flip so easily like at Bristol and other tracks, and it was very, very bizarre the way that game was kind of run, and also it was extremely touchy. even with adjusting the sensitivity, it's still like really touchy, and the driving model is a little bit wonky on there. So I didn't like the NASCAR 9 was a little bit better, but they all drove like dump trucks for the most part. And the online was amazing, but other than that, it was just junk. You can use custom setups like it'll land and go full throttle, like, you know, it was kind of bad, but at least the restrictor plate races were spectacular. And I'm going to be hitting a lap 14 going into 15, and just the only thing that's going to screw me over, I think, is if I have a bad pit stop, my speed, or if my pit crew makes a mistake. That's the only couple of things that I feel like are going to screw me over in this race if it keeps going at this pace. I did a couple practice runs, and some of them I spun out, mainly because I wasn't really paying attention all the way through. I was watching like mega compilations of game prompts. That is such a fun thing to listen to for time wasting, and for fun time wasting, not like time wasting as in like they're bad or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. I don't want. That's the one thing I always like feel is like somebody out there maybe watching like my stuff, whether they're a long time subscriber or just somebody just watching this like a one-off video, and I say something that people may think like I mean like in a negative way, or if some people take it like the wrong idea when I say something. Oh no, I always feel God, sorry, it's like it's 8 in the morning where I am. I'm pretty tired, but I don't want people to think that I have the wrong idea or something, or trying to make it an intentional insult or something, because I'm not. But I just like spun out a few times because I wasn't really paying attention, which was my fault. But then when I was actually trying, I won the race. I lapped like 27th on back, like it was insane. But since like when you're always commentating, you don't always do good as what you normally would if you're just quiet. It's just like a couple of tenths will be taken off your lap times just by talking, because you are concentrating, but you are talking and everything. It's like multitasking. And some people can do it really well, and others can't. But yeah, I'm gaining on. I think that's Dale Jarrett up there. Just got to keep making this pace. I mean, I am. Oh God. Yep. Tires starting to get a little bit worn. I got a little bit sideways a couple of the laps, so that's not good. I'll be pitting this time definitely this time, and just hope that we have a clean pit stop. Nobody holds us up, and we'll see what happens. But it is kind of ironic because I am just finally catching up to Jared. I might be side by side with him as we go into 3, but I'm gonna have to pit anyways. It's not worth it in the long run. For short run, don't get into Jared. Oh my God. All right, so pitting this time, 70 mile an hour pit road speed. We're gonna take that wedge back down to none, and done. And it doesn't look like there's too many people in pit road ahead of us, so nobody's gonna slow us up, which is very good. That's one thing out of the way. Now we just gotta see what they do on the stop. And it looks like they have the right sides on fine. All right, that's good. I don't know what camera angle that was, and oh God, a mistake. That's gonna kill us. It's gonna put us 4 or 5 seconds behind. God, that pit stop was bad. 4 or 5 seconds on the track is gonna kill us. I'll definitely be behind Dale Jarrett for sure now. I believe so, which that kind of sucks. But we're just finally a little bit over halfway through this race, and pit cycles are starting, and hopefully no cautions happen. That would be nice, because I hate those, because sometimes they can just completely screw your race over and everything. But it doesn't look like that's happening, as I believe we're back on the lead lap, so anything can happen now. I wouldn't care, because I'm on the lead lap and everything, so that's a good thing. That kid's tire or exhaust is flaming up over there, and I'm like actually having trouble getting around them. Like I just can't get around them. And who is that? Robbie Gordon, and somebody's blowing the motor up here. Hopefully they get out of the way. or don't come up on the track in front of people. And that's Dale Jarrett, actually. And we're going to be almost 3 wide for the potential lead here. And I cannot get through that corner good. Slowed up way too much, or actually really hot potatoed in that corner, and just killed it. But we finally got around Matt Kenseth. And now we're just going to try to retake the lead as we were trying to do before the pit sequences. Not sequel, that doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure there's a movie called Pit Sequel, or Pit in the movie, but that's not what I was meaning there. Oh God, stop yawning. But I believe Dale Jarrett has a couple lap fresher tires than us by maybe 3 or so laps, so that's good for him but not good for us. But we're gonna definitely try to get by him here off the corner of 2 here, and looks like we're gonna do it. And I don't know what Bobby Hamilton's doing. If that's the one that's blown up. He's just been limping around the track for a couple laps. So actually, that's somebody else. That could have been Ricky Rudd, maybe. I don't know. But definitely either it's like our second blown motor. Yeah, it's a second blown motor in this race. That's pretty odd. And we finally get around Dale Jarrett, or for the supposed lead, as Bobby Labonte hasn't pitted just yet. He should be pitting at least this time by, maybe. And once he does, then I'll be automatic. Then I'll be in the lead, and it'll be a good day. Please don't choke or spin out, do something stupid like I did at Richmond. But thankfully, I had a good enough car to get to the lead and just win that. And here we go. I'm back in the lead. Or not back in the lead, I'm finally in the lead. It took almost 21 laps into this race, but we finally did it. And we got another like 10 laps to go, which is going to be it's going to feel like a long eternity for this race to be over. And I'm just praying that I can just not, because I did this in all the other NASCAR Let's Plays up to this point. It's just I choke in these final 10 races, whether it's the chase or something like this. Or, well, technically the chase races. Like Inside Line, I was doing good all season, and the chase happened, fell apart. NASCAR 14 was good, but then choked at the very, very end. Hopefully, on NASCAR 15 won't be like the same as it was in the past. But if it continues like this on NASCAR Thunder, I'll more than likely win the championship. Now, again, anything is possible. I still can like DNF, or something can happen. I can spin myself out, or something can happen and screw me over, or DNF, because if I DNF, that's like automatically almost like 100 points I'll lose right off the bat, or 150 depending on if Mark wins or not. But anything is possible. But just gotta really just take these races as they are, just one by one, and we should get this championship in the bag for the most part. At least I hope so. If I don't, it'll be pretty embarrassing, as I've done so damn well this season in general, and the only person that's even come close to having a shot for the points lead is Mark Marr, and even then he's not really anywhere to be found. I think he might be in the top 10. I don't know. As we can see on the track map, that me and Dale Jarrett are far away from third on back for sure, and I'm definitely pulling away from him. Maybe by the end of this race he may start catching me, because the worn tires might kick in. But as you can tell, I'm not pulling away by a big margin. It's only just a little bit. And don't get sideways. Don't want to get my tires all worn. I'm still in third gear. Good God. I was in third gear, like way off turn 2 for a bit there. I don't know why. But, oh well. It's my fault. But continue. Now this car is getting a little bit harder to drive. It's getting a little bit touchy, sensitive. But we're still pulling away from Jarrett, even after that last lap of even botching turns 1 or at least botching turn 2. I'm amazed. Cool. God. This car is getting sideways. My thumb is killing me. And we might get to lap traffic by the end of this race, but I don't think it'll be enough of a factor to affect any of our race. Unless, they all like brake check and come and get stopped. But I don't see that happening. And are we still pulling away? Yes, we are. We're about 2.3 seconds. And I completely botched turn 1 as I can barely talk. But yeah, that kind of killed our lead there. Obviously, being tired, not being 100% is causing me to be not a damn robot and not making mistakes like a human being, which is something some people like to think that we don't make is just mistakes. So we still again pulled away from Jarrett that lap after completely messing up turns 1 and 2, and now our tires are starting to get worn. Because remember, we pit on lap 14, and I think we were starting to get worn then, so they're starting to get worn now. So these next couple of laps are going to be a little bit different as we're going a little bit longer than our first run, like every race, but just to remind you, as we're finally starting to catch up to lap traffic here, as we've pulled away to a big margin over Dale Jarrett, more than 3 seconds, I'm sure, and we completely botched turn 1. We don't even really need to pass these people, but because I like a challenge and I like racing, I'm just gonna race these people and race smartly and not derp, and just try to get by these guys. And that's not racing smart. That's driving like J.G. Yaley. That's pretty bad. So as we've gotten Todd Onion, white flags out, one more time around this track, and it looks like if we don't, oh my god, this car is really starting to get loose. But even it's weird because I'm getting loose. I'm getting really sideways in some of these corners, and even going in a little bit too deep, and the car's getting like loose. I'm still pulling away from Jared, which just shows how fast of a car I had. And off the final corner, didn't really make a good entry or exit, or whatever. But we're gonna get off this corner, and we are gonna get our, I don't even know how many wins we have this season. My thumb freaking hurts. But yeah, 4.5 seconds over Jared, Davey Quickie time, which I think we've done that enough this season. But damn it, ain't gonna win forever, Daryl. Oh my god, my freaking. Hopefully we don't spin out going in reverse or backwards. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad, you know. Okay, we got a little bit of dirt to Del Dora. Yeah, I merged Daytona and Del Dora in there. Oh, it hit the wall. Yeah, it caused more damage in the. Oh my god, this car is so sideways. We're good though. Oh my god. So there we go. David Quickie time over. Victory lane celebration where we're gonna celebrate our victory. Even though we've done this a lot this season, which I mean, my driver at this point should be just like. Eh. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh jeez. I'm kind of curious where Mark Marr finished actually, because I'm wondering how much more points I gained on Mark this race. But obviously we didn't lead the most laps, as we only led like the last 10. I think Dale Jarrett will by far lead the most. But it's fun to see, you know, it's fun to look at this random shit like that. And we're gonna get like our 2,000th generic trophy. That's what I like about NASCAR Thunder 04, is that the trophies actually do look like how they were in real life, which is pretty freaking neat. And Mark Warren gets 3rd actually, so that's good for him. My Rusty Chan gets 7th. That's a big plus for me, as I am rooting for him in this season. Yep, and Dale Jarrett led the most laps. Me and Dale Jarrett led more than like 90% or 85%. I don't know on that. But there you go. That was New Hampshire. I'm happy about that one. That went almost as smoothly as it really could have gone. My freaking thumb. There's like an indent of where like I have my hand on the airlocks, or that freaking D-pad. So point standings, I gained a little bit more over Mark Marr, not by a whole lot, but Dale Jarrett, I'll definitely gain on Mark, but that's all I know. Rusty's now in 9th. Holy crap. And he's definitely ahead of Bobby Labonte by a decent amount of points. So he's going to be in Waddle, I think, is what they used to go to. Or if not, they still go to now. I'm not quite sure, honestly. But there you go. That's the standings for this after that round. Next race will be at Dover for race 2836 for the MBNA American 400. And I'm definitely not looking at the screen while I'm saying that. So I hope you stuck around to the end. I hope you enjoyed this, as I'm yawning like a freaking bitch. Oh, goodness. So, like always, thank you for watching. And I hope to see you all at Dover for race 2836. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.